And I got a good signal, and looky there. I think it's a button or a coin, or a button or a coin. And oh, there's some glass maybe. A little piece of glass, so gotta be careful. Yeah, definitely glass. All right, we have a brand new metal detecting adventure. I've already got blood coming out of my knees from these briars. We just cut here, right, Jim?
Oh, yeah. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to explore this little woods over here. The owners seem to think that that might be a Civil War camp or something there. We're going to grab the metal detectors and go in there and see if we can find a few things. Okay. What are you going to find today, Jim?
I think there's going to be spur over there. Oh. But I know the cowboy was up this way.
Yeah, because you found a Richmond spur.
Mississippi spur.
Mississippi style spur. So not too far from here. So it's going to be awesome, man. I can hardly wait.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I've been eating Pop-Tarts. I got everything stuck to my teeth. I'm trying to keep my mouth halfway closed. Well, I forgot my headphones in the truck, which is across the field, so I'm gonna have to go get them. Jim, give me a holler when you get something good. He's already taken. We made it back, and Jim's already working his way across the woods. You haven't found anything yet, right?
No.
I think good, but it said there's some iron in here, though, so that's always a good sign. Could be no fence line, but it could be something else. All right, so we're going to kind of work our way through here and up on top of the hill, and hopefully find a big old nest of mini balls.
I want another spur.
What's that? You want what?
I want another spur.
Ah, yeah, you want to get a matching spur for the one he has, that Mississippi style. And Jim's working his way out that way. I'm going to kind of swing around this way. That's my first signal of the day. I thought we'd go ahead and dig it together, although I figure it's going to be a shotgun shell. Using AT Max today, 0 program, 0 discrimination, maximum sensitivity. I've already ground balanced it, but got a signal somewhere in here, right there. High 50s, low 60s, and typically that would be a shotgun shell in a place like this. Yeah, but it could be a little button or something else too, so we never know. So we'll dig a few of these shotgun shell signals. In the beginning, at least, if we don't find any other bullets. If you start finding bullets and stuff, I'll dig all of these signals. But okay, so it's out. It's actually not a shotgun shell. Well, maybe it is right here. It's kind of giving a double signal, which I thought was weird. All right, I can't read that, but I'll give you a picture of the base. That's got the head stamp on it. Tells you where it was made, and of course that's a primer where it would have been fired. Low brass, meaning the brass is low, and would have had a paper cartridge up here. The high brass cartridge brass would be up about to the bottom of my thumb. So we'll dig 1 or 2 more shotgun shell signals, and if we don't start finding like Civil War stuff, we'll probably start passing over this type of signal. We've got a lot of little pieces of iron in here. Now I don't know if they could be square nails or it could be fence wire. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and dig a little bit of it just to see. There's kind of like a little grunt right there. That's definitely wire or iron of some sort. But right here, where I cleaned it off, it's kind of a bigger signal. Get a little bit of squeak out of it, but I suspect it's going to be iron. Let's go ahead and dig it and see if it's round like round wire, or round nails, or square nails. Square nails, and we need to really slow down. And if it's round nails, we don't have to worry about this area if we don't start finding some square nails. Got it right there. All right, there we go. So a nice big old horseshoe, half a horseshoe. You can see it's broken right there. This could be from a farm horse, could be a cavalry horse, I guess. It's not that big, but that's a good sign. At least there's some old stuff out here. We don't know if it's Civil War related, but at least we know somebody walked over this, well, a horse walked over this area sometime in the past. Had a little bit of a squeaker here, and I just went ahead and dug it up, and it is the lid to a drink of some sort. So even though we're in a nice old woods like this, doesn't mean that other people weren't in here just a few years ago pitching their trash. I hate finding trash like that, and oh well, maybe the next one will be a good one. I want to show you some little plants that are growing right here that are kind of interesting. And I always think everyone knows about them, but maybe not everyone does. See these green things here, little clumps of them? They come up kind of early in the spring. And what it is what we call them wild onions. It might be more like a garlic. But it's got these little oniony things on the for roots, little tiny things. But the greenage on it actually smells really good. It's kind of like chives, really. If I was cooking up some eggs or something, you can take the tops there and just kind of chop them up like chives, and it tastes really good. So that's a nice edible plant that you can get. And the neat thing too is it comes up, like I said, really early. So if you were like a pioneer or settler out here, or maybe even an Indian, of course over the winter you don't have a lot of vegetables like we do now, and you'd have this tendency to get deficient in certain vitamins, and actually you can get scurvy over the course of the winter if you're just eating the meats and stuff that you have preserved. So when those things pop up, you start gobbling those down, your strength comes back to you. This is mid-February. Another nice squeaker there, and dug it up, and it's another shotgun shell. I wanted to show this one to you because this is a little bit different than the last one. You can see the manufacturer on the bottom. It's a Winchester. It's really crumbly. When I first dug it, it was a high brass, okay? And this other one I have here right beside me, I got it out of my bag. I'll just show you the difference. This is a low brass. It would have always been that height, the brass on it. This is a high brass, and the brass is actually up about that high. And typically, a high brass shell, or shot shell, will have more powder in it and a heavier shot. And you'd use high brass more like for maybe squirrels or geese or ducks or something like that. And low brass might be for more, like dove or quail. Working our way out into a little open area, and just dug this. This is a Spam can. Unfortunately, sounded really good, but it's really bad. That's kind of weird. There's someone's tail, and I do believe, I'm not going to touch it because it's probably pretty grody, that is a groundhog that came out. They come out in February to mate. That's a groundhog tail. I don't know what happened to the rest of them, but it might look pretty good on my hat. What do you think? I'll pass. I just found this piece of aluminum. Whenever you find something like this, it's one of two things. It's either the shaft of a hunting arrow, aluminum hunting arrow. I think most people use carbon fiber now, but these were very popular for a long time. Or part of a TV antenna. I suspect this is going to be part of a hunting arrow, because it looks like that's probably, it might be the threaded end, or maybe where the knock was, but it's probably the old hunting arrow. So somewhere in here is going to be more of it, with a big old razor blade, cutting edge, probably still intact. So you need to be careful when you dig up these types of signals. You should always wear gloves so you don't get cuts like that. That's from the other day. A nice big squeaky here, and it's another Detectors delight. This is going to be probably a Vienna Sausage can, I would guess. Almost looks like it could be deviled ham, but I'm probably going to be Vienna Sausage. That's aluminum, so it sounds really, really good. Like a belt buckle or a nice big old silver coin. So let's throw that in the bag and keep moving. Far from the Vienna Sausage can, and got another nice signal, and it's a big piece of copper wire. So that sounds really good, but I don't think that's going to be very old at all. I mean, we're not too far from some power lines, so it could be from that. Oh well.
You got hit?
No, mouse nest. Hey. I just cut you guys out because I wanted to show you where Fox has been digging. There's a mouse nest, and then Jim just hollered at the same time and said, hey, something's been really digging over here where I'm at. Let's go there and see what he's got. Still haven't found much of interest yet. Oh yeah. So this is the same thing. This is probably either a coyote or a fox trying to get mice. If you look here, you see the tracks. That's the fox. That's pretty small. And this is probably the nest that they were after. That's their nest.
Yeah,
And I dug it up out of there. The funny thing is, Jim, I got my camera out just a second ago just to show people that. Yeah, it's another piece of a track, but they're pretty small, so it's probably a red fox. I'm not going to show you the other one now. I'll show you this one too, since we're here. I already have my metal detector set down, but same basic thing. Got this hole dug out. This was a mouse nest he was after. There's some little meese down in there, and they are no more. And then he left his poo as a marker for other foxes. Now when people are trapping, they'll make a hole just like this, the dirt spread out just kind of like this. And if you're metal detecting, if you get to see a hole like that and the dirt spread out and a good signal right there, be very careful, because it could be a trap, a leg hole trap. That's where it would be, right there. And when you go to dig, it'll actually snap on you. I actually had that happen one time when I was digging with a trowel. This is like a long time ago. I was digging with a trowel, and I put the trowel thing snapped up on the blade of the trowel. It just scared the heck out of me. I guess it could break your finger, but you could get out of it because you're usually not that big a trap. But that's what that is. Oh, meese doesn't like the meese. There you go. In fact, red foxes, that's mostly what they eat, very small animals like mice and a lot of berries and stuff like that. If you look here, there's a big pile of fur. That's the remains of a deer. And you can see some more of them over here. I always like to look around and see if I can find the skull. See if it's a nice big old buck. Something we might want to collect, you know, the antlers. And I see a skull and some rib bones over here. And it is a buck. Small one though. So that is what we call a spike. Has basically just has the two antlers coming up. And of course, that's his poor rib cage. You know, hunter probably shot that and it ran off and died out here. If they had known it was here, they would have kept it, of course. They would have taken it home and butchered it. This is a good example, a better example of a high brass shotgun shell. You can see how much taller that is than the other one I showed you. That's probably 20 gauge. So I had a nice deep squeaker here, and I was cleaning the dirt out of the hole. I can see something brassy. I suspect it's going to be like a Victorian era brooch or something. Is it? Yeah, okay, so that's where the hinge is, and it would have clipped under right there. That would have been the front face. Let me just give that a quick wipe off. So the general construction, I think, is not going to be terribly old. I mean, like post-Civil War, post-1860s. But I'm not 100% on that. We'll get that cleaned up and get you a good picture of it. It's got some designs on it for sure. Oh, all right, man. That's the first find of the day so far that's worth keeping. Actually, it's worth talking about. But, you know, I've already talked about a bunch of other stuff, haven't we? It's about where I found the brooch right in there. It is a little bit of iron, not a whole lot, but it's got dug in. Oh, that's an eagle. That's actually a Navy button. That's definitely 100% a Navy button or Navy style. Notice it doesn't have a back on it though. A lot of these are post-Civil War, so I'm not 100% if that's going to be definitely a Navy, but it sure does look like it, doesn't it? You find a lot of these actually are what we call blazer buttons. Same motif, but you know, gentlemen would have those on their jackets, you know, their blazer jackets. Very common. In fact, you can still get jackets with that motif. You can buy the buttons, in fact, online. Patrol train, you hear it? You probably went through the crossing already. Nice squeaker. There she goes. Nice squeaker in here. I'm hoping that's not it, because that might be a mason jar lid. Yeah, that's what that is. All right, so it's probably more to it. Yeah, there's the porcelain part. Yeah, look at that. So you can actually still read it. So yeah, this is a mason jar lid, and there's going to be more metal to it in there too, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. This is all post-Civil War stuff. It could be from the late 1800s, you know, all the way up to the 1940s probably. I mean, we were still using these type of things when I was a kid. You can still find them on the shelves. So yeah, I'll throw that in the bag carefully and we'll keep looking. A little bit of a squeaker right here. I don't know what it is, but I can kind of see the edge of it. What is it? Oh, okay. Now this could be older. This is what we call a hem weight. This is made out of lead, and that little bar on in the middle would have gone all the way across. And what these are used for is to weigh down cloth. Like that could be sewn into the hem of a jacket to hold it down so it doesn't get creases, or even curtains and stuff like that. It's a little weight that kind of pulls down on the fabric and keeps it straight. I don't think that's going to be terribly old. You do find these in colonial sites, but I just don't think this is quite as old. I think the style is a little bit newer. That's a good sign. This definitely tells us there's a house or something going on right here. We have a squeaker in here. Why don't we just look at it together? Seems like it's pretty small. Hopefully something good. Not yet. Had a little bit of iron in that handful. It's not what it was though. See a worm? That's an earthworm. Put him back in there. Don't. All right, so it's in my hand. Let's see if we can see it. Still in my hand. Let's see if we can see it. Okay, so it's in this little pile right here. Oh, that is a shotgun shell. That's the base to a shotgun shell, and you can see the sides. The brass part going up the sides is gone. Not a great find, but I guess we'll have to take it. A little squeaker here, and I don't know if it's going to be pewter or what. Let's see, yeah, that's pewter. I'm hoping it's going to be like a spoon handle, but I'm not so sure. It's just a flat piece. Some more of it. I must have got a little bit of a design on it though, so this could be part of like a dry sink decoration, or decorate. Got an edge there, that there. A lot more to it in here. Boy, I tell you, it has a look of something interesting, but I'm not sure what it is. I'll go ahead and dig the rest of it up, and I'll get you a picture at the end. I don't think it's going to be military, but we never know, so I'll go ahead and dig the rest of it up here. I'll do it off camera. It's a big old nasty piece of pewtery stuff. It's really fragile. It's like falling apart. I don't know what it is, but it's not going to be good. That's that white metal. I haven't found too many of the good targets, but I got a nice big piece of iron here. I would go ahead and dig it together just to see what it is. Right in there. I wouldn't doubt it's probably like part of a stove or something. Oh, I just hit the edge of it. All right, no, it's a plow, piece of a plow. Yep, that's what it is. A really nice high squeaker right in here. Do you see it? Probably in this clump right here. Is it? Oh, yeah, it's in here. Okay, I see the edge of whatever it is right there. Probably. Ah, little D buckle. Or a little buckle. This is like a little harness buckle, like belt buckle type thingy. Again, I don't think this is going to date to the Civil War era. Probably, you know, 1900-ish. Just like the rest of the stuff we've been finding. Nice little squeaker there. Popped it out. Luckily, I see the glass before I reached down there and picked it up. That is the top to a bottle, and that's the aluminum on it. That's what I'm hearing. It's a nice high squeak. Be really careful when you put something like that in your bag, because if you forget about it at the end of the day and reach in there to empty it, you could be in for a world of hurt. This is kind of a strange little thing. I guess that's aluminum right there. I don't know if that's like, I don't know what that would be. If it's a lipstick thing or a cigar case or what. I don't know what it is. It's very flimsy right here though. It's pretty thin. Bet you one of you guys out there, one of you guys or gals will know what that is. It's just stumping me right now. Another nice high squeaker here. I think it's going to be right about there. It just sounded really sweet. No, that's probably right there. Yeah. Oh, is it? Is that a coin or a button? Coin or a button? Ah, it's a coin. I mean, a button. That's a nice little silvered flat button. You can see the shank at the back. And still a lot of the silvering on it. Silver plate. That's a nice little button right there. That's awesome. So Jim's got a little target going right there, and I have one going beside him. And that's probably it right there. It's a nice squeaker. You can see the edge of it. It might be part of a lantern, I suppose. Saw some pottery or some china coming out of here. So it must be pretty close to the house, if not right on it. Let's see what this is. What do you say? That looks pretty junky, doesn't it? That metal looks pretty junky. Meaning not silverware. That's definitely not silverware. That's that pot metal right there. It looks like pewter, but it's different than pewter. And of course, you can see that's a modern bolt or a screw head right there. Yeah, don't know what that goes to. Piece of junk as far as I'm concerned. Sounded good though. All right, we'll keep looking in here.
I'm ready.
Jimbo. All right, so we're going down through the woods. I see another deer, another buck that someone shot and it got away from them. That looks to be about probably a 4-point. You see he's got 2 tines there. The other 2 are missing. Could have been shot off or just lost. Gruesome. Got a troll train, Jim.
There it is.
I found a clock right over in there, clock piece, and I got a nice little signal here. I dug it up and I can see it right there. I'm hoping it's going to be a coin of some sort. It might just be part of a clock. A gear. Yeah, I think it's part of like a washer or something. Oh no. What do you think it is? Oh, that's like a little, yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's a little gear. You can see the teeth on it right there going around. That's probably out of the same clock that Jim dug right there. Nice big old squeaky thing right in here. And oh, there's some glass maybe. A little piece of glass, so we're gonna be careful. Yeah, definitely glass. All right, that should have gotten it. Do you see it yet? All right, that's probably it right there. You can see some around this. Might be a finger ring, is it? No, that's aluminum, a small aluminum lid, probably to that glass bottle that we just found a piece of. Man, that's a nice squeaky sound though right there. Very nice sound, but it's a piece of junk for sure. A little piece of brass down there. I suspect it's going to be a rifle casing, maybe. No sir, it's not what it is at all. Looks like a little tube. Little brass tube of some sort. That's nothing great. All right, got a little something down in here. I don't know if that's going to be a lid to a bottle or maybe a button. Oh no, another. Oh, what is it? Lid to a bottle? Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I guess that's aluminum. See, it's got the little ridges going around there, so yeah, some type of screw-on lid. That's something. Don't know if it's a bottle, but it probably is. And I got a good signal, and looky there. I think it's a button or a coin, or a button or a coin. I have to jump in here at editing with the audio because my camera messed up. It's definitely a coin, 100%. I've since cleaned it up a little bit. It's pretty smooth, but I think it might have been a Virginia halfpenny. Pretty neat, huh? I'm freezing. You freezing, Jim?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, we didn't find any more right around here where the coin came from. So I think we're gonna hit the road, Jack.
Yeah, not too well. I'm not going very far, but you are.
Yeah. Jim's like, you could walk home.
No.
You could crawl home. We're drinking up beer. You could crawl home from here. Oh, we never do that. You know that.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next one.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my dying, or if you're living, or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity.